What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about crypto. We're going to do a different style of video today just because we have a tight booked schedule, and I've kind of wanted to get my thoughts out on everything going on with FTX because it's like the thing to do, and I could probably clickbait it and maybe someone will watch and listen. But also I have my thoughts and concerns that I just want to share with you guys because, you know, I feel like I have 22,000 subscribers. I grew a lot in 2021. I got a lot of people involved when it came to helium, and helium's going to kind of segue into a little bit of, you know, what I want to talk about. So just right off the bat, I didn't do anything with FTX at all. So when like the news dropped and everything that, you know, all the shenanigans that's going on and everyone's losing money, and like Tom Brady and Giselle had like $650 million invested in and all that stuff, I had diddly squat. So I don't really use centralized exchanges to hold my crypto or to do anything other than cash outs, like in and out kind of scenarios, or, you know, if I can't swap it on a decentralized exchange or something like that, I really don't use them that much. Back in the day when I first got into crypto, I was using centralized exchanges a lot, like, you know, obviously Binance, KuCoin, you know, Coinbase is a centralized exchange, crypto.com, all that stuff. And I was even holding like KuCoin over on KuCoin, and I actually, if I never ever sold and I held on to it at a really good point, I would have had about $90,000 worth of KuCoin, but I sold when I was making about $5,000 in profit just because I didn't want to hold my tokens on that platform, and that's when I was getting into Algorand. Even when I was doing Algorand videos, like I don't have it now because I did go through some harder times with finances, and I've had to cash out a lot of my crypto holdings to be able to pay the bills. But at the end of the day, that's kind of why I have it, so I can pay those bills and not have to go into savings or, you know, bankruptcy, or, you know, not be able to pay my truck payment or keep the lights on. So I have to cash out some of my bags, but I ultimately never ever held my Algorand on Coinbase because, you know, even though there was that percentage of APY that you got by holding on Coinbase, you also were able to, like, it's just better to own your tokens. You truly don't own your tokens when you're holding on these platforms. Like, you know, as we could see, that anytime these platforms can turn around and eliminate withdrawals. So I do actively use crypto.com, though. I don't necessarily use it anymore to hold or stake anything. I know I used to have a lot of CRO so I could have the Indie Blue card, but now at this point I just use it for cashing out because it's one of the places that I can cash out helium, and I told you we'd get back to helium as fast as I do. So if I have to like sit there and say, okay, well, I, you know, need $60 worth of gas, I've got my helium mining earnings, I then send it from the helium app to crypto.com, and then I top up the crypto.com card, and then I do the transaction I need, versus keeping, like, you know, thousands of dollars on crypto.com to where at any point in time crypto.com can do something shady. They can do something like FTX, and they can completely stop withdrawals, and then I don't have access to, you know, my crypto, my funds. So you never truly own your crypto when you're using these centralized exchanges. So with that said, at the end of the day, never got into FTX and didn't lose a penny, not really concerned. But my thoughts on the situation are, when you have these platforms like FTX, Coinbase, crypto.com, you see major sporting events showcasing these emblems. You watch UFC fighters come out with the crypto.com t-shirts on. I think FTX was an arena, like a named arena. All this stuff is good in the long run for, it's a double-edged sword, actually. It's good for mass adoption in crypto, and that's really what we want to use. Especially, you know, we want to see mass adoption. We want to see the blockchain technologies continue to grow and change, especially as the US dollars essentially become worthless because they can be printed at any time. You know, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and that could be the new world order in currency. And so it's good to have awareness and mass adoption. But the double-edged sword part comes from when these issues pop up. You know, if crypto.com makes a run for the bank and they all of a sudden now have to have all the accounts frozen and withdrawn and all that money locked up, that's going to be the double-edged sword to where the people that were taking a while to get into crypto, or like, no, it's always a scam, this and that, they're going to feel justified and proven right. So we're growing for mass adoption, which is what we want, but then we're shooting ourselves in the foot when these platforms do rug pulls and they're known for everything, and you know, go from you're a millionaire to you're now needing to go back to work at McDonald's because your crypto portfolio and your crypto bags are borderline, I mean, they're worthless at that point. So that's just kind of like my 2 cents there. Never really got into it. Never would hold my cryptocurrency on one of those centralized exchanges. I'd rather hold them in, you know, little like mobile, like the Algo official wallet that I could have. You can always do, you know, everything paper wallet on your little like I want to say Tezos, but it's not Tezos. That's a cryptocurrency. You know, the little like geez, I'm blanking. I have one at home. Wow, I got to stop drinking as much. But yeah, you know, little like USB hard wallets and everything like that. That way you own your cryptocurrency, and it's not something that could just be an asset that's stolen, taken, or frozen out from you. I'm gonna think of the light chain. What the hell is it called? I can't believe it. I'm so stupid. But anyway, that's about it. Just thanks for